Airline Manager 4, cargo aircraft. So I discovered something about cargo aircraft that has to do with the heavy versus the large load that you're going to want to be aware of. And I'm going to show you here with my DC-9. These are test aircraft. You'll notice that this one has 4,600 pounds and 6,000 pounds. This one has 8,100 and 1,000. This one has 12,000 and 459. And they're configured in a special way that I am testing right now, which I will explain to you. I might not be able to demonstrate. Basically, when you take one of these aircraft, you'll notice that it almost never goes over 5,000. This did not have marketing. This one did. This one did not have marketing. This one went up to 5,000. This one up to 5,000. This one up to 5,000. And this one went up to 5,000. And this went up to 4,000, which is the maximum for that type of load, the yellow versus the red, which is the large versus the heavy. So what I did was I configured my capacity so that it's just over 6,000 pounds, doesn't have to be exact, and 4,600, you can even it out a little more. And the reason why is because before I wasn't able to get over the 6,000. What you want to do is you want to balance it out. You don't want to do it just randomly. You want to balance it out so that as the demand fills up, you have a because it's done, it rounds off to the nearest 1,000. So you want to do your configuration so that you get over 4,000 and over 6,000 instead of coming short on a bunch of these. So that's basically what I'm doing. This one I probably did wrong. It should have probably been like 4,300 and 6,300. So what I did with this one, right, again, this is just testing. I made 1,000 on one side and 8,000 on the other side. Because as you can see, I was often getting zeros for, I believe the red is the heavy load. And the only time that I got something was after I made the change. Let's see if we got some older ones. It's all zeros. So I was able to make more money. I was able to get an extra 5,000 because I adjusted it so that this was over 8,000 and this was over 1,000, when before it was all on the left. Unfortunately, because they're in the air, I cannot configure it right now. And because I already have a maximum fleet, I cannot buy one right now. What I did with this one is I made this one just over 12,000, and this one is 459. So what's going to happen with this one, it's never going to get up to, it's never going to have any load. It's always going to be zero with the current configuration. But I'm going to see if I can find a configuration where I can get this over 1,000 and bring this one down and bring in more money, taking advantage of the fact that it rounds off to the nearest 1,000. So that is my tip today for cargo. Now keep in mind, it's going to be different with different fleet. I'm only testing with the DC-9, but we've got larger aircraft such as the AN-225, which I don't recommend you buy. They've all been configured differently. For example, this is 583 pounds versus zero. Rounded off to the nearest 1,000, it's going to be fine. So it doesn't impact the larger aircraft because the larger aircraft don't carry over a small value. But with the smaller to medium-sized aircraft, we'll try another one. Let's see what we got here. Try this one. You can see this has a small amount, which is 340, that's never going to be used. So with the larger aircraft, it doesn't help, but it will make you extra money with smaller cargo aircraft if you round off your load capacity to the nearest 1,000. It's obviously got to be above 1,000. Okay, so that's it for today's video. If you have any questions or comments, please post below. And I have a lot of tutorials posted on my forum at cheapbooks.cc. And if you do want to go look up some books or textbooks, go to cheapbooks.com.